observed on the video later this morning. We had to pull that video.
He said you observed at 1 a.m.
So let's be clear. I said what we observed on the video through investigation. So yes, when they looked at the video this morning after the staff realized they were gone, my investigators found that at 1 a.m. that's what happened.
So no one was watching live video all night at the jail.
I won't say no one was watching live video.
Then
but
how did nobody see them leaving the jail?
There are over 900 cameras.
How did nobody see them leaving the jail?
There are over 900 cameras.
I
in
know.
this
It's
facility.
just how did no one see a massive jailbreak?
The why and how is part of the investigation. So we have interviewed, I think, all of our employees, and we are interviewing all of the residents of that particular pod as well. And then there's a lot of people that you've got to wade through their interviews to get down to the details of what happened. There was somebody on duty.
Sheriff, a source told us that phone calls haven't been monitored over the past week, and escaped inmates were planning how they were going to get out through phone calls. Were y'all monitoring phone calls?
We monitor phone calls all the time. There are 1,400 people in this jail, over the city council 1250 limit. So can you monitor every single person every day? No, we don't have the bodies to do that. But we do monitor, and we rely on tips, and we have an intelligence unit that monitors what's going on in the jail. There's a lot of things at any given time going on.
But it's your job. It's your job to monitor every single person in this facility every day.
Visually, with our deputies on the pods. Yes.
Shady,
You said-
I did have a question. The former sheriff, Marlon Gusman, he disputes the claims that there were a lot of issues here at the facility after he left. Do you stand by your statement about the issues with it? And also, we learned that you have a $14 million fund balance. Why wasn't that money used to repair the locks? If you could talk about that.
Can I speak I can speak more intelligently, I believe, to the physical plan in the jail. Not necessarily design, but at some point this jail was planned, and it was obviously planned to be a minimum custody facility. I don't know what the dynamics of the population was in New Orleans as far as those incarcerated around that time, but that is not the dynamic now. Right now we have 24 pods, and 90% of those pods are populated with high security inmates. Those are people that are predatory, assaultive, violent, and aggressive. So we were in the process now of developing an ad-seg unit, because we identified a large number of individuals that needed to be on some type of restrictive housing environment that did not exist at this facility. So it's plenty of deficiencies when we start to talk about the physical plan. So it's not correct to say that those things didn't exist, because I mean they're prevalent.
This
You had a
This
you
jail
had a
opened in
convicted.
2015 until 2022. They never had a jailbreak. So when you say it's not built for that or it's not ready,
You got to think about.
they never had a jailbreak from 2015 to 2022 like
The
this.
sheriff says it all the time. She talks about the 83% recidivism rate. So you got people in and out of here all the time. So they've been here and
But you just said this is a minimum
Let him answer
security.
the question.
No, I said
You said it's a minimum security
when
facility.
you start
is what
talking,
you
I said
said.
it was built, had to be built for a minimum. So you start
They had
talking-
maximum
you had-
security
you
inmates
had-
in
you
here
started
from
talking
2015 to
about- You started
2022.
talking about locks. I don't know of a max security inmate. Right now they had an objective classification system in place. I don't know if that was in place to identify properly if there were max security. It may have been everybody clumped together. We know now, based on our objective criteria, that we do have people that are classified at a higher security level than what this particular facility was built for.
Yeah, Chief,
Talking
you
about
had
failures
Jay,
in the
you had
pods,
Jay,
is
you
there
had.
a maintenance and
Chris,
service
we're gonna go to
contract
David for a
at
second.
this time in place? Is there a
Chris.
maintenance and service contract in
We're not
place?
listening. David,
We're
go ahead
talking
with your
about
question.
failures within the pod.
You had
Once
a
again, is there a
convicted
maintenance and
murderer,
service contract in
and
place?
there was a
Travis
convicted
gets asked
murderer
multiple
in there,
questions.
right?
David
We're
has
asking
not answered
another
the question
question.
yet.
I really can't
Is there a
figure it out,
maintenance and
but-
service contract in
Chris,
place
please.
with
There
the
was a
pod?
convicted murderer in there, right, who had already been convicted, and he was in among these 10, right? Were they in separate cells, and
Everyone
he was in a
every-
minimum
every-
security area?
Everyone here is two to a cell, and that's what we have. And we've been in constant communication with anybody that's been convicted with the Department of Corrections to come and pick up those individuals that have been convicted. We have 78 individuals right now. We've been in communication with the Department of Corrections, and they're assured us that they're going to come and get these.
So what about
individuals.
Derrick Rose?
I'm not familiar with Derrick Rose if he's been sentenced. I know he's been here for now for a long period of time. So if he's been recently sentenced, that's great. He would have been on our list. He may be aware of that. He would be on our list to go to the Department of Correction. But the Department of Correction and Public Safety have worked with us to move several inmates that have been sentenced. They come twice a week. I just got off the phone when I stepped out here then with the Department of Correction to identify how many individuals we have that have been sentenced, that are taking up space, that are high security people, that have long sentences, and they all are violent.
And what's being done
Talking
to
about
protect
the-
the witnesses
talking about the
in
difference
that
in-
case? Is there something being done to protect the witnesses who testified against him in
Deal
that
with the
case?
jail,
I mean,
so
he's
there'll be
convicted.
someone-
That's what Captain meant to address earlier. All those have been in contact.